Alright, so I am here today with my guest star foam roller. You can get these pretty much anywhere. Dick's Sporting Goods, any sporting good place, Walmart, Kmart. The ones you get there might be a little bit shorter, but you're still going to pretty much find them anywhere, and they're not expensive. You can get them as cheap as 15 bucks, you can get them up to 80, 90 bucks, depending on how advanced you want to go. So the sole purpose of these, most people see these and they're not really sure what they're for. Really all you're using them for is something called SMR, or self-myofascial release. That's basically like if you have ever had the pleasure, and I use pleasure very lightly, of a deep tissue massage. It's definitely something that is painful during, but afterwards you feel much better. So the principle behind this is basically your muscles should be nice and smooth, right? Through working out, lack of stretching, things happen and your muscles can actually kind of knot up. Okay, this is always the way I describe it. They kind of knot up instead of being a nice smooth muscle. Okay, so smooth muscle good, knotted muscle bad, right? So what you're looking to do, if you have a knotted muscle and you do a static stretch is just, a stretch that you're holding. Okay, that's a static stretch. So if you have a knotted muscle and you do that static stretch, you can see where instead of it being smooth and getting that full range of motion, you're stretching something that's knotted up and you're not getting a full range of motion. You can actually do damage if you stretch something that's knotted up. So the foam roller comes in and you're basically going to take this, different areas of your body that I'll cover in other videos, and you're trying to strategically roll those knots out, okay? So what you're doing when you're using this foam roller, you're going to go on whichever muscle you're trying to hit. You want to go about 1 inch per second down that muscle, a nice slow, a real common one is here on the IT band and the TFL. So you're trying to go about 1 inch per second, nice and slow down. When you find those trigger points, and you ask, how do I know it's a trigger point? You'll know it's a trigger point. You'll be biting your lips. There may be tears, blood, not blood, but it will hurt. You'll know it's a sensitive spot. So you're trying to roll until you find that sensitive spot. When you find that sensitive spot or trigger point, you basically want to sit on that spot, okay? Just come down until you find that knot, sit on that knot, and what you're trying to do is get something called autogenic inhibition, which is basically a big fancy word. It's something your body does that when you're getting that deep tissue massage and they find that knot and they sit there and press on it, by applying a constant pressure to that trigger point, what happens is your body will send a neurological input, total brain fart right now, but it's going to basically neurological signal to your muscle to tell that knotted up bit of the muscle to relax, okay? So as you're going, when you find that trigger point, if sitting on it for 30 seconds at least, up to 1 minute or 2 minutes, if that doesn't help relax that knot, what you can do is come down, sit on that trigger point. If it doesn't relax, you can actually reverse, come back, and then go back at that knot. And again, slow, trying to push, relax, let it release, all the way up and down. So I'm going to tell you now, the first time that you ever foam roll a muscle, the areas that you're trying to hit, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt like hell. But it's crucial that you do it to help, again, smooth out those trigger points. And over time, as you do it, within a matter of a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that extreme sensitivity will lessen more and more and more. So that's basic fundamentals of foam rolling, why you should be doing it, and how you'll benefit from it.